Business
$1 million.
English Pod.
Welcome to On Demand English, the place where you can hear professional English as it's spoken by native speakers. Today's lesson is an advanced lesson. We're going to make it hard, we're going to make it tough, and it's about a manufacturing concept. It's used outside of the manufacturing world as well. It's a very important business concept called just-in-time, okay? David and Christy are here today.
Hi, how's everybody doing?
Hey, guys.
And Christy's going to lead us through it. David's going to be in the dialogue asking Christy about this concept, this idea. You've probably come across it before, maybe at work, in some of your company's literature, maybe on the internet, maybe in some manuals that you use, and it's telling you to apply this kind of system, this concept. Well, what is it? So let's listen to the dialogue and Christy will explain.
I've heard about the just-in-time system, but can you explain what it means?
Yes, of course. Just-in-time is a concept usually related to a manufacturing process. It's a method of making goods that was developed by Toyota after the Second World War. Traditionally, particularly in America, manufacturers had always produced large quantities of goods and then held the goods as inventory. This method of manufacturing obviously meant that large amounts of raw materials also had to be held, ready to be used by the manufacturing process. However, the just-in-time system regarded holding inventory as a form of waste and something to be avoided. In fact, the just-in-time process maintains that waste in any form results in some type of cost. If the waste is reduced, then costs are also reduced, and so the profit markup can be increased.
Wow. What do you mean by waste?
Well, in the just-in-time system, waste is a general term which includes time and resources, as well as materials. So the aim is to reduce waste at all levels in the manufacturing process, leaving a streamlined, efficient, cost-effective operation. There are 6 forms of waste just-in-time tries to eliminate. First, overproduction, waste from producing more than is needed. Second, time spent waiting. For example, the time that is wasted when a worker is idle while he waits for another worker to pass him an item he needs. Third, transportation or movement, the waste that is associated with transporting or moving items around a factory. Fourth, processing time. This is the waste that is associated with spending more time than is necessary on processing an item on a machine. And fifth, inventory, waste associated with keeping high levels of inventory, either of raw materials or of finished products. And finally, defects, waste associated with defective items.
I see. That's very interesting.
Right, so the just-in-time system, it's really, I think the key item there that Christy mentioned was waste. When you're making goods, you don't want to waste raw materials, you don't want to waste time. Christy also talked a lot about inventory. That's how I understood just-in-time to be really important. Is what's inventory?
Inventory is the amount of a product that you have.
You keep in storage, kind of,
your
right?
stock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say for a small store, they have their products on the shelves for customers to buy, but they'll have some in the back, the inventory in the back, right?
That's right.
So, but for a larger company, they're going to have larger storage areas and maybe lots of stock, lots of inventory, right?
Yeah, and they only have a certain amount of space in
Sure.
which to put that inventory.
So why do they have inventory?
So that you can go into their store and buy their product.
Well, okay, but the inventory is not in the store, right? But if they sell everything in the store, they have some more they can get quickly.
They have to
maybe.
order some more, right?
Yeah, but they don't have to make more or go to the supplier. They've got inventory somewhere. So
It's like the reserve base.
yeah, but a lot of larger companies find that they have larger and larger inventory stocks. Now, in manufacturing, you might have inventory of raw materials, okay, or the things you use to make your product, and then also the final product itself. So a lot of inventory, that takes up space, and space requires, well, storage areas and rents, and it costs a lot of money. Plus, if you have too much inventory, let's say of a computer, what's the danger if you have 1,000 computers of inventory?
They could get outdated.
Yeah, and that happens.
Very,
That's so
very
common.
quickly.
Yeah.
So you don't want them sitting on the shelves, getting old, getting out of date. Okay. So just in time is an idea where it comes into your factory, you use it, and it goes out of your factory really as quickly and as smoothly as possible. Christy really talks about the whole concept of not wasting any people, time, or resources. So the key ideas of being cost effective and streamlining your production methods. So let's pick up on those words. Streamline. What is to streamline something, Christy?
Usually to make it more efficient, to make things go quicker.
If it takes 20 steps to manufacture, let's say, a pen, okay, a simple common blue pen, but you can cut that down to 10 steps.
Exactly. We can streamline it by, making it 10 steps.
Okay.
Exactly.
You might streamline by automating some of your production system, making machines do some of the tasks that humans would usually do.
When I'm cooking in the kitchen, I streamline my time there by washing dishes while I'm waiting for the water to boil.
Okay, streamlining.
It's more
That's a good
efficient.
example. That's a good
Okay.
example.
What about cost effective? If something's cost effective.
It's worth the cost.
Yes, it's got a value.
Exactly.
Okay? So if you've got a lot of, activities maybe that are wasteful, it's really slow to perform a task, or you find there could be a better way, a more efficient way, then what you're doing is not cost effective. Okay?
Right.
So it's good value for the time or the money or the resources used to do something. All right. Now, Christy talked a little bit about idle staff or idle machines. David, can you help me with idle?
Yeah, idle means not busy. Idle means just sort of waiting around for something.
So if I'm supposed to do a task, but I need to order something first, maybe I'm waiting for it. I'm not using my time efficiently, right? I'm sitting idle.
It's time that could be used productively, but isn't, because in the case of manufacturing, you're waiting for a step to happen first.
So a big danger in some countries I know is maybe there's not enough electricity. There's what we call brownouts or blackouts. Your machines cannot run. They sit idle. You don't want that, if at all possible, to avoid. I think there's only one more idea here, and it's profit markup. Christy mentioned that if you can use the just-in-time system, your profit markup will be higher. Well, why? If the cost of your goods is $100 in the store, but your costs of producing the good are very high, you're wasting lots of time or money, then your profits are not as high as they could be, right?
Your production is more cost effective.
So let's say in the store you buy an item for $100, but it took you $60 to produce that item. If you can use the just-in-time system to lower your cost to $50, you've increased your profits, okay? The profit markup. You mark up the price. You raise the price from your cost to the sale cost.
You've just added $10 to your cost markup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's all the time we have. I encourage you to go back, listen to the dialogue again, and hear Christy explain it. She really explained it better than we did. We're trying to help you with the language of just-in-time, things like inventory, profit markup, streamlined, cost-effective, idle, and a lot of things that you want to eliminate. You want to eliminate waste. Okay, Christy and David, thanks for helping out.
No problem.
Time to get back to work.
Yes. From all of us at On Demand English, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Now, apply what you've learned. Ask a question.